let's just start and we just go from there, right? So introduction, who is this training for? Like we said, this training is basically for entrepreneurs, it's for business owners, creatives, and everyone that are on this call basically are either entrepreneurs, business owners, or creatives, or anyone looking into actually building a business for themselves or building a brand for yourself. And so why content creation? So why do we see, or why do we say content creation is important? Why is it important for you as a digital marketer or as a business owner to learn and to know about content creation? We talked a lot about digital marketing and building your digital presence, and how digital marketing helps you attract and helps you dish out your brand to the digital audience, right? So one of the things that is so important is the content creation, right? So one, content creation helps you build a brand identity and increases your visibility, right? So many business owners own a business, and you have a business page, or you have one thing or the other on the digital space, but nothing is going onto that platform. Why? Because you have been shying away from creating content. Maybe you see it as a very tedious task, or we see it as something that we cannot do yet, or we don't know how to do yet, or we kind of just shy away from going on camera, right, and speaking and talking to camera, right? So most of us just think my business will survive without me creating content, right? So the truth of the matter is, right, the content creation helps you increase your visibility, right? The next thing is content creation helps you connect with your target audience. We talked about your target audience on Sunday in introduction to digital marketing class, right? And you've got to understand that everyone, all business owners, entrepreneurs, or creatives have a target audience. We have one person or two persons or three persons of millions or in numbers that we are interested in selling to, right? In selling our services, our businesses, our goods to, right? They are our target audience. So content creation helps you connect more with your target audience, right? Content creation helps you drive growth through engagement, right? Content creation helps you drive growth through engagement. If you start creating content today, I can assure you for a fact, I can guarantee you that your reach and your engagement on your social media platform will start booming, and you start gaining a lot of engagement. So that's a way of actually driving engagement and growing your digital presence and growing your businesses online. Remember, we talked about the 3 funnels of digital marketing for the fundamental stage of digital marketing, which is what are the 3 funnels? What are the 3 funnels? I want to see us in the chat box right now, right? I'm looking at it. What are those 3 funnels we talked about on Sunday? Funnels for digital marketing. Please just drop a chat. I want to know that you are still following me. Funnels of digital marketing. We talked about some things, right? The funnels of digital marketing. It was also included in our test. So traffic, thank you. Traffic, yeah. Traffic, no, they are just 3. You can't give me just one now. All right. Traffic consideration. What's the third one? Conversion. Thank you. Conversion. Thank you. I can see that right number of persons are still following me, right? Traffic, consideration, conversion. Thank you, right? So engagement, when you create content on social media, right? This content actually leads you to traffic, leads you to gaining people to consider your brand, and hopefully they are converted to clients. How about now? Okay. So I was saying, when you create content online, when you create content with your social, if for some of us that have social media platforms, we have a social media page and all that, or even if it's your WhatsApp that your target audience are, right? When you create content, right, content helps you drive growth through engagement, right? So if we are talking about growth is not, like we said on Sunday, growth is not only conversion, right? Growth actually goes through the 3 funnels which I talked about: the traffic, consideration, and conversion, right? So now let's talk about your audience, understanding your audience. Before you can start creating content, the first thing you need to do is to understand your audience, right? You can't just say I'm creating content and you don't know who the people that will be consuming your content are. You don't know who they are. You don't know if it's if you are running a business, you must know this is the person I'm selling to. For the fashionpreneurs amongst us, right? You know that you're either sewing for ladies or you're sewing for male, right? So this is basically us understanding our audience. That's the first thing we must do. And why do you need to understand your audience, right? It helps you increase the kind of content that you determine. It helps you determine the kind of content that you will be creating, right? So if you are creating a content that already has an hungry audience, an audience that is expecting from you, that are expectant from you, it helps increase your engagement, right? But if they are just audience that knows nothing about your business, they are not interested in your business, right? Or selling. For someone like me, I don't watch football. I'm not a football fan. I'm not a football person, right? But if you are now creating content and you are sending those kind of football content, maybe you are selling a footwear or a jersey or something like that, and you are now creating that kind of content, and you are posting it and you are tagging me, or you are doing all that for me as your follower, right? It has no impact on me. It will have no impact on your business, because I won't even engage them because I have no interest, right? So the second thing that you need to understand, that why you need to understand your audience, is you need to also define your audience. Define your audience. If you are talking about defining your audience, you talk about their demographics, you talk about their interests, you talk about their behavior. If you are talking about their demography, right? Demography basically has to do with their age. Is the person a male or female? Are they young or adults or something? For Elevation Church, Elevation's demography is male and female, but we talked about the upward and mobile, right? That's for Elevation Church. So it's important that you know these things, so that by the time we now start running adverts or we start creating some content, right, you know the kind of persons or the set of people that your audience, your content should be reaching, right? So the next thing you need to do is to also understand what problems your audience is trying to solve. So you, as a problem solver, you are a business person, you are an entrepreneur, you are a digital marketer, you are a creative, you are a problem solver. You are providing solutions to a problem. So what are the problems that your audience are facing that you are now desiring to provide solutions to, or you are deciding to provide solutions to? Now you need to know that. So for a language tutor, or okay, I can see. Is it that you can't hear me or you have something to say? Sister Cecilia, right? Cecilia, I can see your hand is up. Oh, okay. So you need to understand your audience, understand the problem they have, so that you can better determine the kind of content you will be creating, basically to solve their problem. For a language tutor, if you are creating content, basically you don't just create content anyhow. You create content for people that want to learn that specific language that you are training. Let's say you are bilingual. You can train people. You can train people on. You can train people how to maybe speak French or how to speak other languages, right? You don't just create content and just be creating content for people that are interested in fashion, or be creating content for people that are interested in sports. You need to understand and you need to create content for specific set of people, which are people that are interested in learning another language, right? So that is one of the reasons why you need to understand your audience, so that you can create solutions for their problem, right? So the other part of it is create your audience personas and also build 2 to 3 detailed personas to guide your content. So what that is basically saying is have a structure for whoever your audience will be. Okay, so I'm a language tutor, right? I'm sending my audience basically are male and female. They live in Nigeria or they are living in the UK, right? They are interested in learning French. They are young and mobile, or they are adults. They are within the age of this and that, right? This set of people love playing games. They love games. They love this. They love that. This set of people love watching movies, so they interact more with Netflix, with this and that. That is basically you building a persona for your audience. And that is why you will see, if most of us interact with social media space a lot, you might see Zenith Bank have one person, maybe a Chidi from Zenith Bank, Kunle from Kuda. There's a persona they have given that person. So it's not exactly Kunle that is reaching out to you, it's the persona that they built for the customer representative. You understand what I'm saying? So that is you understanding your audience, right? So now let's talk about the content creation process. Content creation is important and we need to understand the process also. There are step-by-step guides. To creating content. Step-by-step guide to creating content, and I'll be taking us through this guide in a couple of minutes, and then we'll surely be open to some questions and all that, right? So if you are still following me, please drop a comment and let me know that you are still following me, right? So what are the step-by-step guides to content creation? The first thing you need to do is to research, gather relevant information. So what is the content I want to create? Am I creating content for my fashion business? Am I creating content for this? Am I creating content for that? Then you also need to look into your audience. Who are my target audience? Who are this? Who are that? What are they doing? Right? That's the first thing you need to do. Research is so much important. You don't just, for some of us that might want to start creating visual content, you don't just set your tripod, set your light, set your camera, set your phone, and voila, you are going on here and you start talking. The first thing you need to do is to research. What is the problem I am trying to solve with this content? What are the things I am going to talk about? Right? So the next thing is to brainstorm, develop ideas. You need to develop the kind of ideas with tools such as ChatGPT. It's easy to do these things we are talking about. It's so easy, it's very easy to do these things we are talking about, right? You can't brainstorm with ChatGPT. Okay, so I've discovered the problem. You discovered the problem, and you know the type of content you want to create. Now the next thing is, what are the content ideas? How do I create this content? What are the content ideas? Then you outline your ideas. Now you have researched your ideas, you have brainstormed on the ideas, right? The next thing is to outline your ideas. Content mapping. It's called content mapping. Outline it. This and this are what I want to do. This is what I am doing. I am shooting a kind of content indoor. My content will be outdoor. This content will be shot while I'm pressing my sewing machine. This content is basically going to show us before and after of this dress that I'm making. Right? So brainstorm and map this content, map these ideas out. It helps you reduce the time frame for which you do these things, for which you create content. It makes things very easy for you, right? So map out the ideas. After you've mapped out the ideas, you now develop the content. So it's now time for you to now create. Now set your light, set your tripod, set everything that you need to set, right? Set your light, set your tripod, and you are good to go. If your type of content is the comic content, yeah, fine. If your type of content is you doing something, working and doing all that, yeah, fine. If the type of content you want to start creating is the content that is basically focused on maybe education, fine, right? Then once you've shot your content or you've developed your content, then review the content and publish it. After you've published your content, you can then monitor your content. Remember we talked about you being able to track digital marketing. What digital marketing does for us, it helps us track or target some set of people, and we are able to track the results, right? So, and that is where monitoring and optimizing your content comes in. So after you've shot a content today, you shot it tomorrow, you shot another one next tomorrow, or let's say you even have as many content as possible and you've published them. After a month, sit down, monitor the content, review the content, and check, okay, why is this one doing better? Why is this doing better? Why am I getting more engagement? Why am I getting more views? You understand what I'm saying, right? So this is so very, very important, because there's no how you keep doing the thing and you want a change. There's no how you keep eating a thing and you want a change. The first thing the major thing after all these steps that you will want to do is, after you've published your content, give it some time. And after giving it some time, you monitor the content and then optimize it. If you notice that one content is doing better, double down on that content. So it's so important. Then what some set of people tell me is, I don't have a very good phone. No, it's not about the phone you're using anymore. It's not about the phone you're using anymore. Yes, of course, the phone is very important. The phone is very important. The quality of the phone is very important, right? The quality of the phone is very important, but it's no longer about the phone. It's no longer about the phone. So it's just left to you to learn how to maximize the tools that you have at the moment. Learn how to maximize the tools that you have at the moment. If you have a very good phone, what you need to do is, get light, maybe tripod light or whatever form of light. Right? For some of you, if you are unable to maybe buy light at the moment, right, just do natural light. Natural light. Sit beside the window. Sit beside the window, then shoot your content. Right. Shoot your content beside the window, or ensure that there's enough light around you. Then shoot the content. As long as you have enough light, your content will be good enough. Will be good enough for people to watch. Right. So now let's talk about types of content to create. Let's talk about the types of content to create. Right. So there are lots of content formats. There are lots of content formats that you can create, and this is where it's so easy for everyone to create content these days. You know why? You don't have to create visual content. You don't have to create content of you showing up on camera and all that. You can explore other forms of content. There are written content like blogs, like social media posts, like articles. Right? They are written content. I dropped a link on the group this evening. I'm not sure most of us went through the link, right? But if you go through the link, you'll see that I only uploaded pictures, and I wrote a lot. I wrote some form of article and all that in the post. So those are written content. You don't have to do video content, and you don't have to be good at designs. If all you can do is take picture of your studio while doing your makeup, or while doing makeup for a client, take picture, then put it on Instagram and write about it. Right? There are visual content, that is infographics, videos, memes, and all that. Bless me. There are visual content, and that is where graphics comes in. That is where videos comes in. That is where memes and quite a number of other things, pictures and all that comes in. Understanding the platform is also very important, and also understanding the uniqueness of your business. Irrespective of the kind of business you are doing at the moment, irrespective, you must understand that video content are very important. Right. On social media at the moment, video content are going viral. Social media is placing so much authority on video content. So if you are not creating video content and you are only focusing on maybe pictures, maybe designs, maybe carousel, then you are missing out on some things. So if we now talk about video content, does it have to be you facing the camera and talking? No. It necessarily doesn't have to be you facing the camera. It can just be like I'm not sure most of us saw this content that was created on Sunday by the social media guys. While the sessions were going on, while the Technovate sessions were going on, they created the content. So it can be something like that. While you are sewing, while you are doing your makeup, while you are whatever it is that you are doing, while you are writing or designing or doing your web design and all that, have someone, or place your phone on a tripod stand. Ensure that your camera is cleaned, the place is littered, and just take the video. Just showcase your brand. Show up in any form that you can afford to show up. Right. The next thing is interactive content, and that is polls, quiz, webinars. I dropped an interactive content for us yesterday, and that was the test. You can send something like that to your clients, to your business partners, to your target audience, to people on your social media page, on your WhatsApp status. Just create a poll, create a quiz, create something that they can respond to, they can interact with, and they will give you more information about maybe what they want or the services you are providing. Right. Some of us might have seen like a feedback form also. A feedback form is also very important. It's a style of content. Right. As business owners, feedback is very important. And that was why I was angry at us, because most of us gave me very poor feedbacks. Amazing, fantastic, I love this session, those are not feedbacks. If I had given you a feedback like that as a business owner, you have taken several hours of your time to create or to develop something for me, or to create a website for me, or to maybe sew a very outstanding and amazing kaftan for me. And the only thing I'm telling you, I just give you a thumbs up as a feedback. Would you have loved that? Would you have enjoyed that? Right. So that's basically what is one of the things, is one of content that we can push out as business person. You get what I'm saying? Right. Then you need to also understand that the content you are creating must serve several purposes. Either serve as an educative content, entertaining content, or an information content. The last thing you want to do is to advertise. 20% of your content ideas or content strategies should be for advertising. The remaining 80% should either be to educate your audience, entertain your audience, or inform them about something that they might be missing. Right? And like I said, with the help of tools such as ChatGPT and quite a number of them, right? It makes content creation so easy. It makes content creation so easy, as long as you are not daft, right? As long as you know what you are doing, right? What you just need to do is tell ChatGPT what you want, interact with it. Hey ChatGPT, this is this. I want to create content and educative content that speaks to this set of people, your target audience. I am this. I am a fashion entrepreneur. I make clothes. I make ready to wear clothes. I make this. I make that. I design websites for entrepreneurs, for business owners. I want to create content that provide solutions to their pain points. You will get several ideas. From those several ideas, you still interact with it. Okay, so from what you have given onto me, right, can you give me the best 5? Right? After you've gotten the best 5, you can then ask ChatGPT again. These are amazing. Now give me a short script. Give me a short script on how to do this. Right? You get a script. Right? For some of us that might find it hard coming up with scripts, or you find it hard coming up with write-ups, you find it hard coming up with this and that, just tell ChatGPT to do it for you. But the mistake most of us might be making with ChatGPT or any AI tool, is the fact that we are giving the AI tool minimum or less information. You just come onto ChatGPT or any AI tool that you will be using for your content creation, and you say, yeah, give me scripts on this, give me scripts on social media marketing, give me I want to create a short video, give me a script on this and that. You get what I'm saying? That is very minimal information for ChatGPT to work with. Now, that doesn't mean ChatGPT will not provide that information for you, or that doesn't mean that AI will not provide that information for you, but it will be generic information. I'm mere looking at it for people that interact with ChatGPT a lot, for business persons, for tech guys, for content creators, for creatives that interact with ChatGPT a lot, for entrepreneurs that interact with ChatGPT a lot. We can say for a fact that this write-up or this content or this script or whatever it is that you are putting out is AI generated content. So what makes it different? What makes it different is by you giving it more information. Right? What you can also do is to say, yes, with this I have given you, is there any other information? Ask me question. Is there any other information you need from me for you to deliver the best content idea or the best script for me? You get what I'm saying? So that is actually very important, right? So you must choose irrespective of the form of content you are using. Irrespective of the form of content you are using, your content should educate, it should entertain, it should inform before you now market, you advertise. 20% of your content should be for advertising. But the truth of the matter is, if you are able to successfully create educative content, entertainment content, and informative content, you will get considerations. Remember what we talked about. Your content will reach some set of people, and they will see you as an authority in the industry, and they will consider getting something from you, whatever is your product, based on how you have structured your platforms here. Whatever is it that you're talking about, they see you as an authority in that industry, and even without you advertising to them, they will request to purchase something from you. Right. So now let's talk about content planning. Content planning and consistency is key. It's key. You don't just create content today, then you go off and you create content and you come back in the next 1 month. We are talking about content creation. Planning and consistency is very important. Right. So the two things I'll be giving us as freebie attached to this session, this Technovate session. I'll give us a content calendar template, and I'll also give us digital marketing glossary. It's something we call glossary. All the terms, what do we call it now? The English and all that terms, right? That we make use of in digital marketing, included in that glossary. So when you go through it, when you're talking about email marketing, you know what we are talking about. When you're talking about this, you know what we are talking about, right? And I'll also give us a content calendar. For free, right? So if you need this content calendar, I expect that I will see your engagement. Let me see your engagement so that I know that I'm still speaking to some sets of people, right? So plan your content weeks or months before. There's something called batch creation. Right? You can create a month's content in a day. There's a structure to it, and let me quickly run us through that structure. The structure is, on day 1, you research. Remember we talked about the let me see if I can get it. Content creation process, right? On day 1, research your content. Once you're able to research your content, the kind of content you want to create on day 1. On day 2, now script your content. Ask ChatGPT for maybe ideas and all that. Ideation. On day 3, now you can shoot your content on day 3. And I'm not talking about you. Yeah, can we hear me now? Hello, I think the network disappeared kind of. But can we hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. Thank you. So I was talking about planning your content and batch creating your content. Batch creating your content basically means you are creating the whole content for a month. So there's nothing like I'm busy. I'm very busy with sewing. Yes, I know you are very busy with sewing, but can you create a day to do this thing, and you just create content for the whole month? Or you just on Monday develop the idea, on Tuesday maybe structure the idea, ask ChatGPT for content ideas and all that, how you can go about it. Yeah, on Wednesday shoot the content. We are talking about you shooting 30, 10, 15 content, depending on how you want to do it on a day. The next day you can then edit everything. And what I'm talking about is you just dedicating 1 hour, dedicating 1 or 2 hours per day to this thing, and picking one of the process a day at a time. Then once you've been able to create the content on day 3, day 4, you can then edit the content. And I'm talking about you editing 3, 4, 5 content at a go in 2 hours. In 2 hours, you are done. Yes, you created 30 content, but you are able to edit 5 content. So that is like content for maybe the next 2 weeks, which was done in a day. Are we together? So there are structures to these things, and no matter how busy you are, you can create a structure that will help you create content for your business. No matter how busy you are, you can create a structure that will help you create content, and you plan, and it helps you, keep consistent. Consistency is key. So you plan your content weeks or months in advance, right? Align content with business objectives, campaigns, and trends. Because you are trying to create content does not mean you should jump on all trends. Many people jump on trends. You use some kind of audios and all that. I'm sure. Let me remember something right now. Something just came to my mind right now. Put your hands on my shoulder. I'm sure most of us might know this sound, right? If you are conversant with social media, you might know this sound. But let's say I'm creating a content for church, or I'm creating a faith-based content, and I'm now using the audio, put your hands on my shoulder, because it is trending. You get what I'm saying now? So it's very important that we understand these things. Very important. You don't jump on all trends. Not all type of content or forms of content or any content trending right now should be replicated by your business. But of course, there are lots of content that you can also replicate. You can restructure. You can find your way around it, recreate such kind of content. Are we together? So if you are together, please let me see your thumbs up on the group, on the chat. Let me see your thumbs up on the chat. Right? So maintain consistency. I've talked about how you can structure content creation that helps you maintain consistency. I've talked about it. You must learn. Consistency is not you posting content every day. That's not what we are talking about. When we say be consistent, it's not you posting content every day. When we talk about consistency, is you saying, yes, I am dedicating myself to posting 2 content every week, on Monday and on Friday, and you follow through. Monday, Friday, people already know that something is coming from you. Are we together? People already know that something is coming from you. Maintain consistency. Consistency is key. So if you can afford to post content, if you can afford to post or to create content every week, 3 times a week, create your content, plan your content in advance, weeks or months before, and create them using the structure I already spoke about, and ensure that every week you post 3 content. That is what consistency is all about, right? So post consistently, post regularly. What you also want to do is to ensure that you balance quantity and quality. Very important. You don't want to say because I want to be active on social media. The Prince has taught us content creation. Now I'm fired up. Then you now be posting anything anyhow. You must learn to balance quality and quantity. Quality sometimes is not about the gadget you are using. Quality sometimes is in what you are addressing. Quality sometimes is in how you are addressing what you are addressing. Quality sometimes is the solution you are providing. I hope we can still follow. We are still following me. Balance quality and quantity is very important. You don't just say because I'm running out of time, let me just post this one. And that is why people, some people will always say, Prince, let's post it now. Let's put it up now. Let's do this. I'll tell them no. There are lots of content that should have been posted on our social media pages that I have flagged down several times. There are a lot of content that should have been projected in church that Derayo can attest to the fact that, or multimedia guys can attest to the fact that I will just say, no, you guys cannot do this. You cannot put it up. Because we have a brand already as Elevation Church. So there are some content that are not good enough to even go out. But because we want to put content out, we just want to put it out. No. Learn to balance quality and quantity. Learn to balance quality and quantity. Now, the last set of things I want to talk about is storytelling. Storytelling is important. Storytelling is important. If you are creating content for your platform, or you are learning to be content, so after this session, I'm sure most of us will. Yeah, I can see the hands. I will attend to us. After this, we have about 30 minutes or thereabouts for question and answer, so we can do that. You get? So I'm come back to that. Right. After now, most of us, or before now, most of you might not even know or have an idea of the type of content you want to be creating. But after this session, I'm sure most of us are already gaining insight on the type of content we want to be creating. But the truth of the matter is, you must ensure that you are creating or you are crafting compelling stories. Right? And what are the elements of a good story? Storytelling is the key. It's key. And it's not bedtime stories, not bedtime stories. I know most of us, we love bedtime stories, or we read bedtime stories to our kids and all that. But what are the elements of a good story? One, it is relatable. Whatever it is that you are talking about is relatable. It's relatable. You get what I'm saying? That is an element of a good story. So if you just come online now and you are doing magic, and some set of people are not, or you think you are communicating. You know what communication is? Communication is not me talking. You get? Communication is not what I'm doing right now. What forms the basis of communication is the fact that I'm getting feedback from you guys. Right? I'm getting feedback from you guys. It means you are understanding and you are relating with what I've been saying so far. That's what makes a good communication. You get what I'm saying now? So it must be relatable. Connect emotionally with your audience. Now, it must have a structure. Whatever is it that you are doing must have a structure. Whatever is the kind of content you are doing must have a structure. You don't just jump from the end to the beginning. It must start from the beginning, middle, and the end. So let's say we are creating a content for a fashion entrepreneur or a fashion brand. I'm not sure if Chichi is still on the call, right? But I know she joined this call the other time, right? Let's say we are creating a content for our fashion brand. What you want to do is to show us how you come up with the sketches. Then from the sketch, you get us to how you are cutting the pieces. From the pieces, you get us to how you are joining them or how you are sewing them together. Then from there, you now show us, the full outfit is ready and you are placing it on your mannequin. Is it mannequin or mannequin or what they call it? You get what I'm saying now? Mannequin. Thank you. So that's basically a structure, beginning, middle, and the end. You don't just show us mannequin. If you are showing us mannequin and we are seeing the outfit, what we just say is it's fine. But we will not see the story behind that outfit. We will not see the effort that you put into that project, that outfit, in bringing it out. You get what I'm saying? And that is why if most of us are following our social media page of the Elevation Church, you discover that what we do, the first thing we do is to take pictures of people coming into the church, and we follow the structure of the service like that, from content to pictures to videos and all that. The structure of the service, we are telling a story. Anyone that doesn't come to church should be able to go onto social media platform and follow through and be able to say, yeah, I understood what was done in church today. Right? So that's structure. Then the next thing is call to action. You must have a call to action. What do you want people to do? I've been giving us call to action all this while. Give me thumbs up. Let me see what you've been learning. Those are call to actions. Are we together? So you can create a content today and you want people to comment amen. You can create a content today and you want people to share it, or you want people to reach out to you as a business person and try to buy that product. So the call to action is so important. If you are creating content, tell people what to do. You need to tell your audience what to do before they understand fully what you want them to do. And that is what call to action is basically all about. Call now. Send us a DM. Call now. Send us a DM. Call this number. Share this with your friends and family. And that is why if you join Ignite prayer and all that, right? If you join Ignite prayer, I'm doing this because of course, we are Elevation people, and everyone that will be watching this video from wherever, right? If you join Elevation Church, you will understand what Ignite is, right? If you join that, you will see the pastor will say, yes, go and share this with your friends and family. Bring them online. Bring them to join you. So call to action is very important, right? And ensure that your content should have, case studies, testimonials, and personal experiences. Ensure that your content will have these things. These are the things that will appeal to your audience emotion. So that will be the end of this session. That will be the end.